I'll be reacting to Kageki Shojo episode 7. I'll be watching it from Funimation, so I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0, go. Oh, hell yeah. I've been waiting way too long for this. Hey, you know, I wouldn't actually mind getting to see. Oh, yeah. And this is also going to be a nice new experience for I. They are best friends. Not real like, they are. With the amount of stuff they've done together. And you know what? I'm actually really excited for this because, for one, we're going to see. I'm assuming that our girl's family is going to be quirky as hell. And y'all know me. When it comes to animes, I usually love seeing them quirky families because they usually end up being absolutely hilarious. So I'm actually looking forward to the hilarious prospects. But I just can't I just can't stop beaming just thinking about it. Da, na, da, ga, dum, dum, okay, this opening is a freaking banger. Just sounds like the singer is like an absolute pain when he sings, and I mean that in a good way. Like, just you can tell he utilizes the full vocal range of his voice just to sing the song. Is so impressive, if you ask me. Oh man, just something about this song. Oh, now it's back. Danamichi in the Silver Bridge. And plus, it could actually get rid of some of the curiosity that it has too. Oh. But I wonder why a girl. Yeah, I wonder why she sounded so disinterested when talking about her boyfriend. And yeah, I could see why that would. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But there wasn't any of her individuality. Yeah, because every person's different. Yeah, he's right. Because people have different body structure and they have different voices. What may works for one person doesn't work for another person. Everyone's their own. I like how Arnauta was able to pick up on that instantaneously. Hey, I think their Sensei Star actually looks pretty good, though, if you ask me. Aww. That's adorable. Yo, that sounds like it'd be a fun watch. Damn. That explains quite a lot then. Aw, that's like kind of adorable. Aw, yeesh. Aw, that's a shame. No wonder why he talks harshly. He's looking out for the best interest of the girls. In a way, you could say that's still his way of latching on to the world of acting and theater, being a teacher. But hey, you know what? It's good that Sarasa learns that earlier rather than later. Oh, the way she says it is so dang cute too. But hey, what works for one bit doesn't work for another. But at least it explains why she perfectly copied another performer in the previous episode. I love how they contextualize it. I've been waiting to see more of Akia. I just wonder if our girl's. Nah, I'm sure she's not going to be wearing the mask instead of that. Okay, good, good. Yeah, I was on the money because I was even thinking that I and Sarasa have done enough to be quantified as best friends. But it's really nice to see it come from Sarasa's mouth, though. It gets rid of any doubt. She's already making a good impression. I think our eye is a little bit too nervous, but I wouldn't blame her, though. Anyone on that spot would be super nervous, too. I like how they portray the accents. They had Didja, yet even they have it Didju into Didja with the way they. Now that's one of the translation liberties that I actually like from Funimation. Like sometimes when they do translation liberties, it can be stupid, but that was a good bit of translation there. Oh man. I don't think a girl would mind one bit. That's if she can even move. But then again, maybe Nona might actually go towards her instead. Hey, she can finally get some one-on-one time talking with the boyfriend. Actually, yeah. I mean, it's just like a girl to start a conversation like that. Aww. Hey, you know, I like how it shows some subtle character development for Ai, though, because she's interacting with the men a lot more. I wouldn't say comfortably, but she's at least much more proficiently interacting with men now and boys compared to how she was early on in the series. It's actually really damn cute there. And some nice character progression. Aww. The difference is, though, her current sensei pretty much gave Sarasa advice so that she can be a good performer. And that is to just perform with their own individuality, not just completely copy someone else. So the numbers in the two concepts, they're different. Hmm. It's actually nice getting to see those little details too. Getting to see how she gets holy, it's quite the position there. And it's nice to get to see how far back she knew Akia too. It's always nice seeing her excited. Aww. Gotta admit, the animation that looks so good. Even the way the clothing moves and the folds and little wrinkles and the shading under the wrinkles. I wonder if they actually rotoscoped it because it'd be some damn fine good rotoscoping if they did. Huh. So damn, to think that she'd be able to copy the dances like that quickly too. Holy. And I like how there it also emphasizes that Sarasa always had that strong sense of balance even when she was younger. It actually puts the moment that when they were testing her balance, I believe what was it, like episode 2? It makes it an even it makes that moment here in this episode even more grander overall. Damn, that is something damn cool to be saying towards a boy. Wow. But then again, some youngins can be that cruel. The only thing you can do as a kid is just try not to let it get to you, even though that's easier said than done. I mean, hey, he's got to think about ways of making it, even though it's easier than he's got to think of ways of making it succeed. Yeah. Even in movies, people can be harsh critics towards kids sometimes. Oh. Hey, I actually like this, where even when she was younger, Sarasa was a grand motivator too. That actually also explains why she and Nakia have the relationship that they actually have. And I love how it's showing you why, when it came to the performance that Sarasa copied, it was so dang in tune in her mind when it comes to copying other people. I mean, she ended up having to do the copying at this specific moment in a high stake situation. This ain't no low stake situation. And it's something you have to perform in front of people, especially when it's impromptu, is really dealing with a lot on your shoulders. Seems like that kind of make me a little sad because it's like, yeah, no wonder why when she did perform in the previous episode, she didn't show any bit of individuality. I mean, shit. When you're being literally told, "Oh yeah, just copy this person," "Oh yeah, just do what you saw in the video," it's like, yeah, the chances of you having your bit of individualism be destroyed, especially when you're at that age and you're really impressionable, this actually helps emphasize why she was so distraught when the word never was used on her in the previous episode. Aww. Kind of wish we would have seen Akia and a girl perform together, but hey, I understand it's not super necessary to the narrative, but it'd have been nice to see though. I almost got this old lady on unease. Hmm. I mean, hey. Whoa! And that is just absolutely terrible. What the hell? I mean, yeah, I wouldn't blame her. And you know, I'm not going to blame this man for being angry. At all. Oh, that's so damn sweet. I could see why he'd be scared of saying anything at all. Oh. Damn, and that's a shame. Damn shame. Fuck. I mean, hey, there's no way he could have known that the words he said were going to have that much ramifications. Damn, those are his words of comfort? Whoa, wait, what? I mean, damn. Talk about the professional lifestyles of the next, but geez. That's some, like, surgeon stole the cold mentality right there. But, you know, this episode really made me like Akia, though. A lot. Seeing how he was flawed, but then seeing his good qualities, too, like right now. Hmm. Oh. Hopefully she takes those words and uses them in her own performances, too. I like that. Because sometimes when it comes to remakes of things, whenever they remake or reboot something, they sometimes do it, but not respecting what came before. When you have a sequel that doesn't respect what came before, I like the message here though, where yes, it's nice to have your interpretation of things, but you have to respect the efforts done by the previous generation or the past. I love that little message there. Hmm. Huh. Like, going by that small look, that she definitely has that implanted as a fond memory. I mean, hell, she did look like a different person there. Even from like her the most. Oh, it's really weird to be seeing our girl that assertive about something. Alrighty. Oh, that's actually nice seeing the type of fondness she's got for this kind of stuff, even years later. And you know something else too? This episode also achieved the tough task of also making it painful regarding the circumstances on So's grandmother passing away because they made her really likable in the small bits that she was in. The only thing she can do is just be by her side just in case, you know? I like that how she can even read the temperature in the room, leaving those two with some personal time on their own. It's actually really damn cool. Mm-hmm. Hey, you would have thought Aki had to be such a smooth talker. So I could see why she'd be. I could see why she'd be questionable about that. But yeah, that's actually really cute. All right. I'm actually going to give this one an 8.75 out of 10. A pretty damn good episode because, honestly, even though, yes, there weren't any major performances this week, it didn't matter because it was pretty much a character-centered piece on both Sarasa and Akiya. So, you know what? I'd say that was far more important. And here's what I loved about it from the story standpoint. For one, it really does make you feel just the loss of the grandmother. Because the previous episodes, yes, we knew the grandmother was passed away and all that, but we didn't know the type of person that she was. Here, now we do, and it's like, oh shit, she really did lose someone really, really genuine. So that's what I love about this episode. And it wasn't just that. I actually really love the fact that it showed you the flaws of Akiya, how, at least when he was a kid, how, yeah, he kind of did fumble it. But at that age, it's natural for someone to fumble it. And I like that. I think it makes Akiya realistic that he does have a flaw. But it also shows his positives too, because it's like, Karu-sama. Oh, so they're going to focus on some of the other girls. That sounds like fun. And I also love what they did with showing a bit of his personality too, because for one, it was nice to finally get to see that little flop on the plot point introduced a few episodes ago. Because I remember even Akiya's brothers mentioning, aren't you going to give your girlfriend a gift? And he's like, you'll do it in person. I love how this episode shows that on screen. Kind of giving us a bit of a payoff towards that. Just that mini, tiny little plot point they had a few episodes ago. And to see it paid off here was nice. But that wasn't the only thing I really loved about it, though. I love how with Akiya, we get to see that he's a really well-spoken man. Just given the fact how he's, man, this guy is smooth. And that wasn't the only thing I liked about this episode. I love just like the awkwardness when I was talking with Akiya, and at least in the first few bits, that was actually really damn cute, and I love it. Because even though it was a nice comedic scene, it also should go to show Ai's growth, because she's at least talking to other males a lot more easily than she was a few episodes ago. So I loved that subtle bit of character progression. And in addition to that, it gave a nice characterization to the grandmother, to seeing how much of a supportive woman she was towards her granddaughter. That was a nice little treat. That's what I thought this episode had multiple great character snippets. Animation quality was, you can definitely tell it was on the weaker side for this series. But at the very least, though, like when you had Sarasa and Akia in like those outfits, it looked good. It's just there were some bits where they used a bit more stills than the usual Kageki Shojo episode. But for the most part, the visuals got the job done with some standout scenes here and there visually. Artwork was really beautiful. I actually thought it was on model for the most part. Thought the voice acting was absolutely phenomenal. And I even loved how, pretty much mentioned I was even mentioning last week, we barely got to saw any individuality of Sarasa when she was doing her performance last week. And I love how this episode touched back on it for at least a small bit in the first part of the episode. And I even love how I explained why Sarasa mindset of copying other people's performances. And I love how at the end of the episode, it does acknowledge that plot point, because you do have Akia saying that when it comes to performances, part of it is also pointing a bit of yourself. And when he mentions how the kabuki acting has changed a bit to allow interpretation, and how people's personal interpretation of things has actually gone in positive reception. Like, that's the type of things I like to hear in the episode too, like the subtle messaging saying that, yes, it's good to respect the previous generation, but also keep in mind, though, that you have to add your own mix to it too whenever you're doing your own interpretation of something. That's why I really liked the episode. It was damn fine, and I'm definitely excited to see what they're going to provide next week. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd actually really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction, or the episode itself, in the comment section below if y'all are so inclined of commenting. Hope y'all have a fun, great, safe, or fantastic day if you're also inclined of sharing your thoughts on how your day has been. And I hope y'all have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day, and I hope to see y'all later. Bye-bye, everyone.